Sorry. Anyway, when he looked up, it was like the sky itself open, and it was like a beam of light, and he just looked up, and this beam of light just shot up, or we shot up to it. I guess it was like it was like almost like when you see lightning. It was like fast, and we were all of a sudden we were back where we had started. And I just remember just standing there, just shivering, soaking wet, and he just putting his arms on my shoulders, his hand on my shoulders, trying to warm me up. And I remember him just looking at me, and the words that I heard was, "Do you love me?" And I shook my head. I said, "Yes." He said, "Then be willing to go to the scary places." And I didn't know. I didn't know what to do with it. I'm like, well, what do you mean, kind of that? And then I remember that was it. But what the Lord brought to my remembrance this afternoon, as I was sitting before the Lord, and I was debating on whether or not I should share this or not, because I don't know. It's kind of it's really far out. I get it. I get it. It sounds really strange. It doesn't make a lot of sense to your theological mind. It doesn't make a lot of sense to my theological mind either, or my crazy messy hair. Wow, my hair's crazy. Anyway, so I didn't know what to do with this. I'm like, Lord, was that an encounter? Was that a dream? What happened? And the thing that came to mind was the Shulamite bride. How Solomon the king was asking her, "Come into my vineyard, come and drink deep of my love." And it was all about love, and it was all about romance, and it was all about this and that and beautiful things. And then he asks her to go up to the valley, or to go up to the mountain, and she's just like, "No, I can't do that. It's scary, it's fierce, there's wild beasts there, I'm afraid. I don't feel equipped for this kind of mission," kind of thing. And I wonder how often the Lord draws us into his presence by his beauty, by his splendor, by his majesty, by his love. And then he desires for us to take a step of faith in a different direction. And we are just like, "Oh, well, Lord, what about the apple tree? What about the pomegranates? What about the romance? What about all the nice and pretty, beautiful things? What about the flowers and the deer? What about the forest? And what about sitting at your feet and drinking deep of your love?" And I just really feel like there is a season for that. And usually the season for that is the season where he's affirming us in our identity in him. The season where he's letting us know that he loves us, that he accepts us, that he desires to use us. And then there is the season of, okay, you received enough, now go into the deep, ugly, scary places and tell others about me. And I feel like many of you, perhaps right now, are in that season of stepping out in faith and going to places that in the natural you don't feel equipped to go to. That in the natural they're very scary indeed, and you don't feel like you have the know-how, you don't feel like you have the skills, and you probably don't even feel like you're armed in the natural enough to go to those places. But I just want to encourage you that if the Lord is calling you to take that step of faith, to step out and to go to those seemingly scary places that make you uncomfortable, that make you genuinely afraid, it's time for you to go. You need to be obedient. You need to believe him, and you need to know that he will go with you. You're safer in the lion's den, like Daniel, than you are in the privacy of your own home. You really are. The safest place for you to be is at the center of his will. So I just want to encourage you, go where he called you to go. Even if you don't feel equipped, even if you don't feel like you have all the necessary tools, He will equip you. He will provide for you also, whether it be tools, people to get behind you, support, whatever it may be that you're in need of in order to do what He told you to do. But please be obedient. Don't miss out on what He wants to do. He said, do you love me? Be willing to go to the scary places. Amen. God bless you.